Welcome back. In this task, you are going to import a large backlog of issues into your project. Sometimes, the process of creating issues can be lengthy, especially when there are many user stories to add to a backlog. You might also be migrating to JIRA from another product management software and will need to import a huge backlog into your project. This is when it will be beneficial to import your backlog into your project from a spreadsheet. I've provided the backlog that you will import into this project. To import this project, click on the Create button. Then click on Import Issues. On the window that shows up, click on the Choose File button. You'll see a folder marked Project Files. Click on it. You can click twice. Then you'll see a file named hirenowbacklog.csv. This is the file we'll be importing into the project. Select it and then click on Open. The file will be shown here, meaning that it is ready to be imported into your project. Now click on the Next button. You'll see a settings page which you'll use to define the settings for a project. You'll also notice a progress bar that shows you how far along you have come on your journey towards importing the CSV file into the project. Now let's go back to the settings. You click on the project that you want to import the backlog into, which is the Hire Now roadmap. The project here will be whatever you named your project. Then we'll leave all the following fields blank and then click on the Next button. The next step is very important. This is a step where you get to map the headers of the file in your CSV document to JIRA fields. It's important because any error you make in this step could result in an error in the importation process. So we are going to map the CSV headers in our file to appropriate JIRA fields. So we don't have any content in our description field, so we will map this field. We will link the epic link to the label field. So we will look for the label field, label. We'll leave the epic name blank because we don't have epic names in our CSV file. We'll link the issue type to the issue type JIRA field. We will link the priority field to the label because that's what it is in our JIRA document. Labels. We'll also link risk to labels. We'll link the story point header in our CSV file to story point estimate in the JIRA field. We'll link the summary in our header to summary in JIRA fields. Then we'll click on Next button. The next step is to validate our file to be sure that there are no errors. Click on the Validate button. This will show us whether the file headers have been mapped correctly to the JIRA fields. Now, this mapping shows that 43 issues will be created correctly. 0 issues will be created with warnings. 0 issues will not be created due to errors. This shows that the validator didn't find anything wrong with documents so you begin your imports. Validation is very important because it shows you whether there are any mistakes in your importation process before you begin importing. If there were any mistakes, you could go back and correct those mistakes before you begin importing. So you click on the begin import button and then watch the files get imported into your project. Once your project has been successfully imported, you can navigate back to the backlog to check and see that your issues have been successfully imported. To do that, go to this projects field and click on Hire Now. Click on the backlog button. You will notice that all your issues have been successfully added to your project. Congratulations! You have successfully completed your third task. In this task, you learned how to import issues into your backlog from a spreadsheet. In the next task, I will show you how to create epics on a roadmap.